In jail I had. I make you cut off the. Think that I made it, they can't be my friends, so they wanna be ops. If I see them hating and I'm in that spaceship, I'm dropping the top. Ain't like my beat, ain't no happy belated, I'm counting the guap. Who gave you a voice? Who told you your thoughts count? GPS straight to the money. I put my big homie got the big Mickey Mouse. You posted your at 12 and 8 that night, she had my all over the mansion. Can't sit on my house. I got that check into golf. A lot of these look lost. They broke, they think it's my fault. No court. I want that court. I'm dripping, I'm stuck with the sauce. But she love you, don't cut your. Reynolds Da Vinci is white. Limited Louis, that's light. Rape in the city, that's light. LED, look at the lights. We the ones don't like. But you look too light. Why even play with your life? Bank account looking like yikes.
With me, boy. Put your hands in your fingers. Your ears with get back, watch you turn to a singer. Get it fighting like this Jerry Springer. All of my sit the back that like a pogo. Don't do these, they popo. Had a G-Wagon truck turned to Rojo. Find a cable 2 wheels and they going wild down in Soho. One was black and the other was Mexican. Had a like a pollo. Younger than you with a Maybach. Younger than you with a Bentley. From the got in there gently. Angry and friends with these. When I was down, I so had sympathy. But that's how I go when you broke. Now I'm like mistletoe. My own.
First opened back in 1975. There's a look inside the iconic Mercedes-Benz Superdome in downtown New Orleans. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the San Francisco 49ers and the New Orleans Saints. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Now the former fourth-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. To throw now on 2nd and 10. That's brought in by Davis over the middle. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. He'll drop to throw. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Now, Barney! Hurry up, here we go!
They'll run here with Ballage. He's to the 10. And across the chalk into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Kalen Ballage, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the 49ers drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. They'll come out throwing here on first down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give them a new set of downs. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here on first down. Throw left side complete. That's Cole. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Play fake here on first down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. The target that time, Michael Thomas. And now it's 2nd down.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now a pitch out to Kamara. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag. But you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
All right, here we go. Green, 39. Green, 39.
Now they try the right side here. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. The UCLA product, Kenny Young, had the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Kamara. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Here we go now. Green.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 23.
Yeah, he's just trying to throw this ball into the hole in the zone, but those windows can open and close quickly, especially in the middle of the field. So if the timing's not right, we'll see interceptions like that one right there.
And San Francisco gets set to go here. And they'll be looking to make this a two-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing, and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive.
Watch quick. Watch quick. All right, here we go. Boom, landed.
Right back to him on first down. Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. Second quarter now. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis with you. It's the 49ers. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Gone, 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 gone. Detroit, Detroit.
Now this time he'll look to throw. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Now stopped him in his tracks. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now back to throw. Kidder here, it's complete. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
As far as tight ends go, this guy's not a speed burner. He's much more of an inline blocking type of a tight end. But how about this last play? Made a nice catch and picked up a first down.
That's what impresses me about him. When he's called upon, usually gets it done. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Going right side here, and that's complete. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Well, for teams that like to play man coverage, running corner routes can be tough on them because of the ability of getting into it. Sometimes you're squaring it off. Sometimes you're just rounding it. Sometimes there's a fake. Sometimes there's not. That makes it very, very difficult for a DB to stay with it.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 46. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Leopard! No. Check. Patriot!
On 2nd down, Kamara. And an alley to run as he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. That's what they needed. It's an 8-yard gain, and now 3rd and 4 suddenly doesn't look so bad.
Gone! Hurry up, here we go! Blue 90! Gone!
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. On the crossing route, complete. It's Cole. And he's taken down inside the 30. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a 1st down. This quarterback now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw here. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Detroit! Here we go now. Green 30.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. He's up over 50 yards receiving now in this first half. It's a 1st down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
A first opportunity upcoming in the red zone for the Saints. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Call it a gain of 5, and it'll make it 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Toss play, Kamara, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to New Orleans after this. They'll look to throw. That's complete right around the 8. And here he'll get it down to the 7. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And Lutz's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle. Right? No big plays given up. No balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out the just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
Out on the field now, here come the 49ers. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Back to throw now on first down. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. They go play action here on first down. A throw left side complete to his receiver Westbrook. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
49ers with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. They run it with Balaj. And he's got this one down to the 10. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. And the Saints signal for another timeout, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. The Saints with an extra defensive back here on third on the field.
Could they blitz?
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
Back to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1.
Here we go now. Green 39.
They'll set up a throw. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Saints will have the football back. So the Defense asked to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. It doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Gonna throw right side here, complete. The 40, and he makes it all the way down to the 31. A big play there just before halftime, and even 60 yards. And now they come up and spike it to stop the clock. They'll drop the throw. Now he's flushed out right. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for third down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
He'll look to throw. Going for it all. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. He connected on his first, this from 41. And Lutz puts this one through. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's taken down here by the Saints. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting 49ers on top. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman. And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the...
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is going to be 49er football. And they came out of the locker trailing. Not a good way to start this second half with their first drive.
Can't imagine that the discussion at halftime encompassed this at all. In fact, I'm sure they talked about, okay, kind of wipe the slate clean, start the second half, and let's go out and play the way we know that we can. That's not a great example of it.
They didn't envision that.
Set, blue, landing.
on the toss. Here's Balaj. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll set up to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39. Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And he'll take it all the way up near the 30-yard line.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll try to get the offense going with Kamara. And down he goes just beyond the 35. And that pretty move got him some extra space to run. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. They run it again with Kamara. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. He sets to fire deep. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Now a handoff looking right. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The Saints on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Looking to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. This is taken at the 15. Give them 11 yards that time on the return. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. And San Francisco gets set to go here. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. The Niners on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sacks.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
How much were they?
15 cents.
39-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Saints will have a short field in front of them. They take over here, 1st and 10. The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Detroit! Detroit! Gun! 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 Gun!
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. A breakaway for Michael Thomas. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Saints are able to cash in for 6. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking. But the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Now let's go! Green 39! Green 39!
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's going to air one out. He's got it at the 15. And he'll be down deep into New Orleans territory. A big play there for the Niners. 54 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. This will be caught just inside the 10. A good display of power, but it will only get him just inside the 5 to the 4. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Now let's go. Green.
Now Balaj. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Kalen Balaj with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2, but this is up and good, and we are tied at 14. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Saints coming out now to take the field. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And an alley to run. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Back now here live in New Orleans. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. No gain on the screen there. It's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained. So they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. They're going to look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the 1st down. I've got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots, your quarterback, but it's winning time here in the 4th quarter if he needs to make those plays when the legs go ahead, right?
Yeah, no doubt about it. At this stage of the game, all protections, they're off.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
He'll look to throw. He's got Wilson, middle of the field. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And a nice gain of 21 yards. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Now back to throw. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Back to the ground, it's Kamara. And he's got this one down to the 10. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Again, it's Kamara. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. Now they try the right side here. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it 1st and goal. A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation. And there, the defense won the battle. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. They'll look to throw here. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. Able to hold him to just 2 yards, and now it's 4th and goal. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. And Lutz's kick is good. And they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right.
And San Francisco gets set to go here. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They'll look to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a second and long. He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Back to throw. To the right side, complete to Taylor. And a loose football. The Saints say they have it, and they do.
Well, that simply is a missed opportunity. They're in position. If they take the ball downfield and score, they got a chance to win the game. Instead, they cough it up. I don't think next week at practice is going to be a whole lot of fun for him.
On the other side, no bigger time to force a turnover when you've got that small lead.
Yeah, and when you look at it from the offense's perspective, taking care of the ball is so important. I know they're going to have all kind of ball security drills in practice all next week.
Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now, I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. The Saints in victory formation now as they'll take the knee. Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done.